Hello, my friends. Today should be interesting, and I probably chose the wrong day to do the card I'm doing. So, I am using a brand new streaming service today because my old streaming service that I've used for, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years to go live. So I found another service. Today is the first day I'm using it to go live. And one thing, I hope you guys will just give me a lot of grace today when it comes to this video. You always do, but extra grace today because I've never used this before. Yes, I'm going live without trying it before. I'm a little crazy. So one thing that I think I can do, yes, we are using the Charming Day bundle. This is the QR code. I am going for it, Michelle. I figured you guys always give me so much grace. I just need to know before I cut off the other. This service is half the price. So I'm really, really hoping that it's working, but we shall see. And I'm doing the most complicated fun fold that I've done since I've been doing these Wednesday coffees. So, of course, I'm trying to do it all at the same time. That's a little nuts, don't you think? So let me lift my camera up so you can see what I'm doing here. Oh, and you know what else? And I'm not going to spend time worrying about this, but I just realized that everything is mirrored on the second camera. Okay, so everything's going to be backwards today. We're going to live with it. So I want to show you that this is the card that I got. Oh, and I'm going to have to go in different directions. This is going to be really interesting today. Of course, I could not pick a super easy, simple card. That would be, too easy, right? But this is a card that my friend, and it's upside down. This is a card that my friend Denise sent me. And it's a really fun fold. I don't know that I could do this backwards. This is going to be really interesting. Anyway, this is our card design. Make sure you download the tutorial, my friends, because in the tutorial, I have a lot of instructions. Okay, see, this is all backwards. You guys are so cool. We'll make all this backwardness easy. So what I did here, this is our fun fold. Okay, it goes like this. And it's actually pretty simple. And in the tutorial, I've got all the scoring for you. And I also have this little thing, except it's got black lines instead of the yellow I've got going on right now. But basically, this is 4¼ by 7½, I believe. Make sure you check the tutorial and don't trust me. And then you score it at, I believe it's 2½ and 5. And then you just take your scoring tool on your trimmer and you go from the outer end to the inner score line. Okay. This whole thing being backwards is totally messing with my brain. You guys, I have a hard time with fun folds when everything is straight. So, oh goodness, this is going to be so fun. And then what I've got here is I've got the inner part of the card and I'm going to stamp the thank you from the Charming Day set. Okay. Oh, and you got to be careful that you don't catch that edge, which I definitely did. Now, one thing I do with cling mount stamps that I didn't do with this is I do go and trim the rubber. And I didn't do that with this set, and I probably should have. So let me just fix that. Okay. And then we're just going to stamp it right here. There we go. I love Petunia Pop. Don't you guys? Got to get my glue out. But you can trim your cling mount stamps if you find that happening. Just take a pair of scissors and make sure that you leave more of the foam. If you guys want me to do a video on that, I could do it with this set. So just let me know and I'll do a video on that. So I just took a little bit of the designer paper and put it on there. So now we've got that on the inside. And then what I did is I took the designer paper and you cut two pieces. I'm going to show this to you together. Hopefully it's not going to be too backwards. And here's the other piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my liquid adhesive and I'm just going to put little drops of glue here. And then I'm going to take my paper. And for me, this is right side up. For you guys, I have no idea if it's going to be right side up or not. And I'm just going to glue this down. And I just find that if I put it on the paper instead of, or on the cardstock instead of on the paper, it gives me more opportunity to move it around, which I like. Okay, so there we go. So now that's going to come together like that. And then what we want to do, and this is going to seem strange, but then we're going to flip it over, because if you look at this card right now, you've got purple here and purple here. I can put it here and here, and I'm going to show you what that does. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little here, not a whole lot. I'm going to put this up here. Am I still in camera range? Barely. I wasn't paying attention. I was talking too much, which happens to be my normal pattern of behavior. That's how it looks when you put the paper on the right side. Okay, so this is a Petunia Pop circle, and I cut this out with the Stylish Shapes dies because I wanted stitching around the circle just to add a little. And then we're going to put this right here. And I'm just going to add a little bit of glue. Okay, and then I'm going to line this up. Try to put it in the center so that now when we open the card, there we go. Can you guys see that? So then when we close it, this holds the card shut. You guys have been so nice today. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So what do you think of that card design, guys? And then I'll bring Denise's back out so you could see Denise's. And she, instead of using a stamp here, she used the die cuts. Isn't that fun? This looks like a small card, and it is. But the reason why it is so that it'll fit in a regular size envelope. So when you fold it up, this to this is 4 1/4. So you want to make sure that it fits in a regular size envelope. Okay, so for our last thing that we're going to do, of course, we have to have gems, right? So I'm using the Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink gems, because you got to have gems, right, guys? Okay, so I'm going to take a large one. I'm going to use Pretty in Pink just because. And I'm going to put it right here. And then I'm going to take another small one. Let me see. I know this looks backwards to you guys, so I apologize. I'm going to put it there. All right, friends, there you have it. And then so you've got a gem. Here's our triangle. Patty, if you're still watching, our triangle is here, here, and here. So it makes that long triangle. I'm going to open it one more time so you can see the backwards, so I can really make you seasick. Wow, that was fun, wasn't it? Okay, I love the designer paper on this card too. Hopefully everybody has downloaded the instructions and they make sense to you. But before I come next week, I will have the camera situation figured out. Okay. It is a very visually interesting card. It's different, Noran. It's a different fun fold, but I wanted to show you that it looks really difficult, but it's actually very easy to create as long as you've got your trimmer that has a scoring blade and a cutting blade on it. You're going to be fine. All right, friends, enough of me rambling. Everybody stay really cool. Today is going to be a super hot day in the Pacific Northwest. And if you're not in the Pacific Northwest, enjoy your weather wherever you are. And I'll be back next week with another Wednesday Coffee and a Card. Talk to you guys later. Bye.